Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm just turning right here on Highway 220 off of 380 outside of Capitan, about 4.5 miles. And this is on the way to Fort Stanton, but since I have moved to a new campsite, I thought I'd show you where I'm camped now, and you'll get an idea of what boondocking's all about, because I'm going to do a little boondocking for a while, I think, unless something happens and changes my mind. But again, this is Highway 220. The place I was camping at the BLM camp site is up here on the left, about maybe 2 miles on the left, where they have the equestrian campground, so to speak. And I happened to be out walking today, and I was walking out in the hills to the right here, and I just kind of walked by a place that looked like a good campsite for me, and it's free. When you're boondocking on government land, Bureau of Land Management managed, then this is where you turn right here to go to my new place. It's called West Mesa Trailhead, and it makes a hard turn back to the right here. It's kind of hard to see this sign. First time I came back to my own campsite, I had a hard time finding it. But it says National Conservation Lands, And we're going to go up here and I'll read you some of the rules. A lot of y'all have questions about what the rules are on, anyway, it says the following acts are prohibited: removing or attempting to remove live plants, any live plants or vegetation, excavating, damaging, removing, defacing any archaeological resources, excavating, damages, or removing any cave resource from a cave. Motorized vehicles on trails is prohibited. Motorized vehicles beyond 90 feet off roads. That's the rule I was looking for. So on this road right here we're on, you can camp anywhere within 90 feet of this road. Also, there's another catch to it. I'll get to it in a minute. It says motorized cross-country travel, even to retrieve game, is prohibited. Camping or parking for greater than 30 minutes within 300 yards of water drinkers. In other words, if there's cattle that have come to a watering hole or a tank, you got to just pass on by and not bother them. Driving in or on dirt tanks, placing of targets on live vegetation, target shooting of glass or clay pigeons. And here's one that everybody's asked about: camping longer than 14 consecutive days per month. So you can camp 14 consecutive days per month. Now the key word there is consecutive. So if you camp 10 days, go somewhere else, then you can come back here, the way I understand it, and I've asked about it. But again, for those of you that are interested, those are the rules. It says camping for longer than 14 consecutive days per month is prohibited. So prohibited. So if they're not consecutive, I guess you can do more than 14. Does that make sense? It does to me. But we're going to be here for a while, and I'm going to be boondocking. But this is on the way to my campsite. You got a nice road here. They've gravelled it. It's not one of those washboard roads, which a lot of that's what you run into when you're trying to find a decent boondocking site. And that's why I haven't done a lot of it, because I don't want to ruin my equipment going down rutted or damaged, terrible roads, and also roads that are not all weather roads. In other words, if it rains or hard rain, I can still get out of here. Yeah, but I was walking out here to the left today, and I just happened to come over and hit this road, and I started back around because it appeared that it was going back to where I wanted to go. And lo and behold, up here on the right-hand side of this road, I ran across what I think is a very good campsite. And I may have me a campfire one of these days. I'm not sure. I'm not big on that. I'll have to check and see what the burn ban regs are, or if it's a red flag day or not. But you can see how right now we haven't seen any campsites yet. Even though you can just pull right out there to the right and park. Okay, like right here where it looks like it might be a little level, you can just pull out there and camp. But there are some campsites where somebody has gone in and out of enough. There's actually a little road, and sometimes there'll be a fire pit that people have built using rocks and stuff. And that's what mine's got, and that's why I thought it was kind of neat. But as you can see, there's nobody here. There's me. The thing you got to worry about out here, the only animal that kind of gets in my head out here, I'm not worried about the wolves and the foxes and the coyotes. The old boy that gets in my head is that one predator, the cougar, or panther, or whatever you want to call them, mountain lion, because they will follow you. My campsite is right on the right here. I'll turn and you'll see my little casita. But yeah, the mountain lion is he's a good one. That's the one you don't want to invite into your campground. But what I do, if I have any like leftover food and stuff, I walk at least 100 yards and throw it away. If I don't want to put it in the trash and take it over and throw it away that way, best thing to do is just get it out of your campsite. Why? Because they can smell. Ooh, they can smell. But I'm going to pull up here a little bit. I just got back from getting propane, and I only needed 3 gallons in the tank. And this is one of the few places that I've ever been to get a propane tank refilled that they only charge you for the amount that you put in it. Okay, I was backing up. Y'all are probably wondering what happened. But I thought I'd back up a little bit. I don't like to park my truck under trees, particularly cedar trees, because sometimes they'll drip that old gooey stuff. But yeah, the propane deal is it took 3 gallons to fill it up, and I have been using that tank for a variety of things for 4 months, or actually more, I guess. But anyway, so I got a full tank of propane. Like right now, my refrigerator is running on propane. I'll be using my solar to recharge my AGM battery, and we'll talk more about boondocking and using solar in the next day or so. But yeah, these are the kind of videos I'm going to be doing for a while, because I want to enjoy myself too, and I enjoy boondocking, even though I know y'all probably enjoy the interviews and all that kind of stuff. You have to be in a campground where there's people around to do those, and I enjoy this probably more than anything when I find a good site like this. And I'm not saying it's perfect yet, because I haven't been here but about 6 hours. But after a day or two, I'll know whether I want to be here. It's really convenient to Capitan. It's 6 miles to downtown Capitan, where you can get everything you need: groceries, gasoline. I just got my propane tank filled, so yeah, could I stay here for the rest of the summer? Yeah, or in this area, because I can drive right down this road a little ways and camp again. I think I'll ask, but be that as it may, there are some other campgrounds. Even if this one doesn't work out, there's some within 3 or 4 miles that I can go to and camp a day or two and then come back here, because it says consecutive days, right? Anyway, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Because let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get out here and take that camera with me, and I'll kind of show you around outside. So I'm not ending it yet, guys. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. This will be a first. Probably I'll end up cutting it off, but we'll see. Let me put this up here where I can get to it. I got to put my speaker on my body. Okay, we'll do that, and that's on there. Now let's see if we can get out without just screwing everything up. It's on right now. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, let's see. If it stays on, we're good, we're good. Okay, so I'll show you my campsite here. Yeah, like I said, there's a little campfire there, or rock deal to build a fire in, and I've got me some charcoal starter. I got some today. But yeah, look around here, guys. I mean, I'll give you a 360. This is it, guys. For a few days. I mean, I probably, if all works out, I'll be here for at least 2 weeks. And why not? Kind of going around the truck here. And I've got a few trees. If the wind gets up, that protects me. I can't run the air conditioner, of course. I don't need it. Right now, the temperature is probably about 75 here. Humidity is very low. And I do have that fan on the roof, the Max fan, and it's a 10-speed fan. I haven't used it yet, but this is the view if I was sitting here by the campfire, right out this way. And again, here's the old casita. And there's my rocking chair, and I'll probably sit over around here in the shade and watch the sunset here later. There's my folding rocking chair, really easy to do, worth its weight and go. And that's that gray thing. That's my old step stool to get in and out of my camper, my pickup when I was camping in it, but I use it for a footstool now. But yeah, it's just beautiful, man. If you could hear the wind blowing through these little pine trees, it's really nice. And it's not so thickly wooded that it's like a forest, you know what I mean? I've still got a view, and it is okay. Got me some nice trees here, and I've got a nice road. See, that's another thing. I've got a nice circular driveway that comes up to this place, and it's been well used. Now, that's my concern. I have a feeling that on the weekend, some people may show up here thinking they want to use this, and I think this place is probably set up for more than one camper. I hope not, because I see there's been fires in different places, but we'll see about that. We're not going to worry about it in advance, but I'm aware. But having said that, guys, again, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission, doesn't cost you a penny. I mean, I realize now it's kind of inconvenient because I have to direct you to a product rather than just the homepage of Amazon. And some of you have been a little turned off by that, but that's life. I can't do anything about it. But yeah, but if you go to that product and it's not something you want or even would consider, well, just go on to something else and buy whatever you want, and I still get a commission, small one, but it helps. But having said that, what else? Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, take deep breaths, stand guard at the door of your mind. And yeah, if you for you guys that don't want to boondock, man, I'm telling you, you're missing something, because state parks are convenient. They do have water and electric. I like the water and electric myself, but I've got a full tank of fresh water. I filled it up before I left the other campground. And it's so nice when you find a place like this. Now, I don't want to jinx it, because, in another 30 minutes, people could show up here and say, well, this is supposed to be for 10 campsites. Well, okay. Anyway, that'd be the end of it. But anyway, guys, again, thumbs up, adios, bye-bye.